there we go. Yo, it's gonna come down, man. It will. They're just faking out some people. There it already is coming down. But hey. So okay, there we go. So there are a couple things. Like I've mentioned, what's very likely to happen is that we get one more fake out up, break above some kind of resistance, which is, for example, this channel resistance. We broke a candle right now above it, I believe, and it looks like we're heading back down, but check. Some big sell orders already coming in. So what will be preferably is, for example, for the daily, is that we get one more bump up, actually get a higher high, close lower, and that's when we have bearish divergence on the daily, and then you can just short. Let me slowly put this a little bit more down. This is probably too loud. I guess this should be fine. Okay. So I've been looking at Bitcoin and I've been measuring a lot, and I saw a clear pattern which made me doubt that there is more upside. And I don't want to like be bearish, but most people know I am mostly bearish because yeah, that's what the market made me into because of all this shit. But I'll show you guys why. So this is on Binance. One thing with Binance is that Binance misses 1 or 2 days in its historical data, so you won't get the same trend lines as you will get on Bitfinex. So that's something to keep in mind. So if we take the absolute low here, and we take this, took the fib extension, took the absolute low to our, not the absolute swing high, but the swing high we have on Binance, and then to this swing low, and we have this one as the, and as you can see that this one hits 1618. So then it would make a lot of sense if this is a wave 4, just based on this, like 1, 2, somewhere here will be the wave 3, and I would say it is this one, but it doesn't really matter. And then this one makes a lot of sense that this is actually slightly lagging. Why? It's already crashing down. It's expected. No. So this doesn't have to be the wave count, but there were a couple things. If I'll switch to Bitfinex, and I'll clear this chart first because yeah, can I duplicate this one? Worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. Wait a second. What? Kind of looks like a continuation pattern. So, as you guys can see, we have some massive sell orders, and I've mentioned on Slack that it's very likely that we get one more pump up and a boop we come down, and which we just did. But that doesn't mean that this is the significant one to come down. I believe there's way more to go. Remove all drawing tools. Auto scale. Okay. Okay. So here on Finex, I noticed a couple things. So I'm gonna switch this one to the 343. So to give you guys an idea. So if I take this swing low to my wave 3, swing high. So from my wave 2 to my wave 3, which gives me a perfect algo tick. Could be coincidence, you know? Could be coincidence. Then we have this one lining up as well. From here, just swing low. Also to the tick, boom, overlap. Could also be coincidence. Most of the time it isn't, but gives you guys some kind of idea. So I'll drag this one all the way to the left. So you don't need a wave count to figure this stuff out. So from this swing low to my swing high, which I thought was a one wave, a two wave, a third wave. So you take the retracement from the 2 to the third to project the fourth, which hit 236 to the tick basically. So that makes sense. But this also made sense because this one also, was it no? I believe from here to here, no, it doesn't? Or does it from here to here? Doesn't really make sense. Only this one made sense, yeah. Okay. Boom, it's coming down heavily actually, boys. As you guys can see. But yeah, this is the bearish candle with the rejection. You kind of, for your confirmation, to short. You know? So yeah. So let's get back to where I was. Why does it continue when I made sure I clicked it off? Okay. So okay, let me check if there is maybe a bounce opportunity quickly. RSI. I don't believe there's bullish divergence yet. Could be. We didn't make a new low yet. The volume increased actually, by the way. A lot of bear volume. So I guess you still want to wait. So enter this. You could technically, because it is oversold, but yeah, I wouldn't just blindly buy when it's oversold. I wouldn't do that. But this could still form a pennant. Okay. So this one and this one, and okay. Then we have this confluence. If this is a finished wave structure, that everything here starts to line up with support range, this support range here, resistance, this fib level, this fib level. There's a lot of confluence here. Okay, take care, take care, take care. Let me check how many people are here. Okay. So as you guys can see, is there is definitely resistance here based on these wicks, and based on this as well, there is resistance. Okay. Clearly, this is a significant resistance right now, and this is the support. So we're kind of in some kind of box at the moment. Right here. And this is nothing really significant, but I believe if we take this one, take this one. As you can see, the 618 lines up at this level, and from here we get this 618 box, which is really nice actually. From here, from this wick actually. Yeah, but I'll show you from the down channel. It's probably bounced off the. We could do this. The 618. So you get this confluence here of this potential 1, 2, 3, 4th wave to the 618. There's a lot of confluence that this kind of looks like it's gonna support. So why not just wait for price to come here? And even if it doesn't, you wait for the next one. So that gives you a reason why this is quite likely a significant buy range, especially with this support here holding as well, and this as well. There's so much confluence here. So to give you guys an idea. Okay, I'll put this one too. It looks like it's coming down more. I'll put this one on the 54-minute chart. Damn, that's a nasty candle, man. I'm telling you, this is. Okay, so it's coming down more. So if you want to buy a bounce like this, so for example, what I would do in a situation like this, I get to the 10-minute chart. No, nothing to me. Well, this is signaling. So this is an example, by the way, guys. This is a clear example. I had this already targeted out, but I only played it slightly with a small amount. As you see this on the 10-minute chart. On the 10-minute chart, you see price action coming down. This one getting strength, but you can also see that in this case there was a lot of more volume, and then the next one the volume decreased when it came up, and then the volume decreased even more the next low. So that was your signal to get in. Okay. So the thing is with this kind, the strategy is that a lot of people say, look at the oscillator. Well, yeah, you should. It's pretty powerful, but the oscillator is just one of those indicators that RSI or CMF or percentage B, you know, they all kind of say something about buy pressure. So as you can see, all of these oscillators kind of say, okay, boom, we're kind of stretched out downwards. But it looks like we're going to come more down, to me, in my opinion. But since this one is an oversold territory, it most likely gets a small bounce. See? Most of the time, this one gets a small bounce. News hit that ETF rejected. Really? Did they? If that's the case, I'm just going to short heavily. Where 6 minutes ago has called for lawmakers to pass the first crypto bill and counter for security okay. Okay, there is this growing urgency, but that's not what you're talking about. It looks like we're gonna come down more. Oh yes, the Winklevoss, oh my god. Maybe it's time to short. Winklevoss wins because Bitcoin ETF has been rejected for approval by the SEC. But that's a couple hours. Wait. Is this like 10 minutes ago? Well, yeah, well, if the Winklevoss twins ETF got rejected, everybody gets burned right now. Yeah, now so now I'm wondering if this shit is real. Then why the fuck is anybody still long? That this should be the panic short everybody should do. And this is funny actually because you see this boom. Sorry guys. So you see this first oversold. Oh my god, I actually already told this that I said like, oh, we're gonna wick below 8,050, run the stops. Like I mentioned, we're gonna run these stops, which we technically almost did here. We probably did, because probably people moved their stop downwards, or have them here. And now we ran these stops. So this could be just double fake out, by the way. The uptrend was not all about the ETF. Oh, now we're all gonna talk like, oh no, the ETF, no, it doesn't matter. The ETF was it didn't participate at all in this uptrend. I would say it did, man. Jesus, this is let me check. This move was like 4%. Yeah, Jesus, man. Well, if you guys noticed that I couldn't find the data, but I can tell you from the data I've seen is that it was something really stupid, but I don't believe it was. I don't know if it was 2017 or 2014, but I believe probably 2017. But it was the same coin market cap we have right now. Coin market cap of 300 billion, and it was the same last year at the same with Bitcoin at $900. So referring that means that there is no new money flowing into the crypto space. It's just moving around. So since a lot of altcoins ran back into Bitcoin and margin traders pushed up the price, kind of makes sense that there is no new money coming in. So all this institutional money thing and idea, which makes sense if it is true, but doesn't seem like it is so far. Because do you guys know anyone from a big company like saying like they're heavily invested in Bitcoin? I don't know, but this is just what I think. But the thing is that there is no new money flowing in. And I don't hear from friends or family or something they talk about Bitcoin yet. I don't hear people on the street talking about Bitcoin or random people in the gym talking about Bitcoin. So that wave didn't come yet, for sure. Just to let you guys know. But since as you guys can see, a volume is still expanding. This could just be an algo bot. Yeah, I definitely believe the ETFs will come like next year or the year after. That's something I was betting on as well. But I'm not expecting it this year. I hope it will come this year, but it's very, very unlikely. So just about how you guys could like try to catch some bottom. Use my 10-minute strategy. That's like something I've been using very profoundly and often. And I've said this many times before, but you gotta keep in mind, if you trade the 10-minute chart, you're actually trading noise. So you gotta get in and get out. Yeah, there is no reason for it to come this year yet, in my opinion. So for trading 10-minute charts, which is, I believe Eric said 9-minute, almost same stuff, you know. I use a 10-minute, and then I just look for this, you know, and then I look at the volume, and then you see the first bounce, volume dried out. Well, looks like we got some kickback. So yeah, and this clearly showed like lower price, higher lows. You know, higher lows on oscillator. This one was also higher lows on oscillator, but this one was the tell. So all of these have some kind of confluence with each other, because all of them kind of measure pressure, and everyone does it a slightly little bit different. But this one I would always say, like, when this one is overly stretched, you got to keep an eye on it, on the percentage B. That's how I use it. Of course, you can use it for divergences, and every time you see divergence on the percentage B, most of the time you see it earlier on the percentage B, and the next one will come in the price or on the RSI or the CMAP. So as you can see here, this one showed some bearish divergence before, or at least here, I mean. And then the RSI started to show it a little bit later. So you get 3 spikes on the percentage B, but you get 2 on the RSI. So what I mean by that is that when you see two spikes on the percentage B and you see that this divergence forming, it's very likely that the RSI will get one more kick, or the price will get one more kick. So you got an extra trick that I use. I don't use indicators all the time, but I of course use them. They're in my toolbox, you know. So what I would say right here, my red box. That's where you have a high probability chance of going long. But this move is still in continuation. So I'll switch to this. It's still in some movement, you know. It's like this was a big sell volume, and it probably because it was on the edge. And I don't know if they used this kind of pennant formation, but I don't believe they did. Yeah, exactly, Hank. Hank is right on the. This is right on the nose, man. Remember how everyone else was certain that the futures would mean Bitcoin will go to 30k? Same story. There was talk of an EDF in the first quarter of 2017 as well. News not that important. No, it's not. But didn't it crash first as well, and then it climbed back up? Eventually, Bitcoin seems to do the same shit all over again every time. So I wouldn't even be surprised if this just falls down to like 4k and then boom, smacks back up and we see the new highs. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So that's one of those reasons why you should stick to a stop loss. And today I've helped a couple of people actually with trading, and I traded a little bit myself. And I was helping them with triangles, you know. So I'm gonna give you guys an example, and this is something that I've showed a couple of times, but not a lot of people really know how to use it properly. Just like you have these ending diagonals, you know. And this typical pennant formation is that when you, and this is something to keep in mind when you learn how to trade or start to use Elliott wave, which you don't have to use, but when you see price moving like this and you see a clear, guys, see this? Yeah, this kind of looks like a, I kind of was I thought this was happening, something like this, which kind of looked like it was. So yeah, gives you guys some kind of idea, but I'll take this one off. But this is something guys gotta watch for, and this is one of those. I don't know how many people are here, but I'm gonna say you guys something about risk to reward, you know. And this applies to triangles, and I don't share this all the time, but I share it to a couple people. But for example, a symmetrical triangle has this A, B, C, D, E formation, or it has like this, which is the most commonly found. And okay, so this is one of these secrets that a lot of people probably don't even tell you about, but this is why Elliott wave is a really powerful tool if you master it, okay? So there is a reason why a lot of you guys are not. Yeah, and then they said, yeah, I know this as well. Van Eck is all at the X ETF, which is one that everyone is hoping for right now. But did you already also looked how many people applied for it? But I'm gonna show you guys something why all of you are losing in trading, okay? And this is not to bash you people, and this is not to fuck with you, but there is a reason why a lot of you guys are like, yeah, I don't win with trading or whatever, and I'll show you why. And you guys maybe think, what is this guy drawing? But and this is something maybe even Eric, yeah, well, I know Eric knows about this stuff, you know. So, as a trader, you guys want to win all of your trades, right? But that's not gonna happen. That's reality. You guys are not gonna win all of your trades. If you're gonna become a better trader, you're gonna lose more trades than you win. Probably. Well, most of the time you're gonna get like a 50-50 or whatever. But I guess I'll copy this one more time. And this is how your P&L should look like. And this means that this is every time, like when you take a trade, you do this shit. This boring shit nobody wants to do. I know many of you guys don't even stick to this rule because most people are idiots. That's just reality. That's why a lot of people are losing money in this market, because they don't stick to this discipline. Okay? So how do we find these setups? That is something like, it's really important. So this means that from all these trades, which is like, this is 10 trades, right? You get stopped out 7 times. You get stopped out 7 times, but all this added up still less than all these 3. Okay, so your wins dwarf your losses. Okay, so how do we find setups like this? And this is the reality is, guys, trading. Look, every dummy can learn how to do TA. You know, everyone can learn how to TA and read indicators and whatever. Understand like, oh, this is divergence, this and that, but this shit makes trading hard. Trading isn't supposed to be easy. Trust me, trading isn't supposed to be easy, but the thing is that everyone with discipline can learn this and practice this, and this doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. So, how do we find good risk to reward setups? I see, for example, I see Eric giving you guys setups like, okay, we take this trade, right? That's because he has a high probability setup. Well, for him, he's less risk, he's more risk averse, and you know, there's different ways, and there's a lot of people have. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but just trust me. Even though you're losing 50 times in a row, well, that's a significant amount, of course. But even though you're like losing 6 times in a row, once you get the hang of this shit, oh, you're gonna make money, and it starts to roll in, because at that point, like, every dummy can learn how to do TA in a certain period of time. Okay. And it's just a matter of practice to do, yeah, draw triangles, trend lines, everyone can do that. But trading is fucking hard. It is. It fucking is, because how do you stick to these guns? And you know what the sad part is? You get stopped out and you still see it get right to that way. But that's not the point. It's about this discipline that every time you get, boom, stopped out. Okay, next one, boom, and you have your winner. And you let your winner ride. Yeah, well, yeah, of course, but the getting out part is the other thing, and then raising your stop loss to break even, and that's what comes after, of course. But how do you find these setups that are significantly strong? Well, according to Elliott Waves, for example, if you have, this works for ending diagonals or leading diagonals, is that there is a fib relation between, for example, the first wave, and you see it hit to 618, and then you see, oh, boom, the next wave hit to the -236. What a coincidence, right? And you check this, and whoa, it hits between the 618 and 50. Well, then the next one, according to Elliott Waves, wave 3 is often the longest, never the shortest. So wave 5 could only be 100%. wave 3. So you start to stack your, so it can be longer, so you start to stack your shorts right above it. I'll show you. So what you do is you measure, and this is something you guys maybe have to watch a couple of times. So I hope I do it correctly the first time, because I'm just, this comes from what I know. So since wave 1 and 2, wave 3 was shorter than wave 1, right? This is really important. This happens in the C or the 5th wave or in the A wave, but in the last subdivision most of the time. And you spot this stuff. Oh, this is where you can go high leverage with risk to rewards like this. When you have stop loss like this, it's super tight. You can go high leveraged, but you guys shouldn't. Just so you know. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just label them for you guys, so just you guys have some kind of idea that I don't know. So the clear giveaways that you see the overlap, and you see price contracting, and you see volume drying out. So these are ones of these things that you see. Okay, wave 1. Okay, we see wave 3 is shorter, so we know that wave 5 has to be shorter than wave 3. So it has to be less than 100%, right? So this is where the trick comes in, okay? So you take the entire wave structure, you start to ladder in your shorts, but your stop loss will be at this 100% because it can't reach 100%. If it does, you are completely wrong, okay? Gives you an idea. So we stack a little bit above it because we accept this throw over scenario when we had this negative. So stop loss at the 1-to-1 of the third wave, since wave 5 can't be longer than the third wave, since wave 1 was already longer than the third wave. And then you just target 618, and most of the time it's actually retraced to origin, and this happens at the last wave, so you can let this one ride and ride and ride and ride. And this is not a joke, guys. This shit is not a joke what I'm talking about. These are these trade setups where you make money. Okay? These are these trade setups where you make a shit ton of money, because this one always happens in the last wave, or the last C wave, or the last 5th wave, and most of the time this retraces at least 618. So you already have a risk to reward of 6-to-1 almost. Okay? Look at this. Look at the loss you're taking. Look at how tight your stop loss is. And these are the setups you're looking for. Okay? So to give you guys an idea, these are the setups you're looking for. Look for price contracting like this. Try to count those 5 waves. Do you see clear overlap in the waves? Well, then you can apply the rule set I just gave you guys, and this is something like, I believe nobody has told you this, okay? And these are one of these Elliott wave rules, why it makes Elliott waves a powerful tool, and it makes yeah, the noobs who use Elliott wave don't know this shit. They don't know how to use this properly. So I'll give you another example. So this one was with for example, the ending or leading diagonal, or the rising wedge or the falling wedge, the clear pattern that's very profitable. So I'll give you another example. So when you see a fib relationship in a contracting formation, a symmetrical triangle for example, and it doesn't really matter where the wave starts, but you measure this A and you see this fib relationship between this one and, well, this is not really the best example, but it hit like to the 786, and then this one hit to the 236. Then you start to measure from your C wave to your D wave, and you start to ladder in your buys between the 50 and the 618. And as you can see, this one hit to the 786, but you start to ladder down to the 786. Why? Because this price is so contracting, and you don't just enter in the middle, okay? Because then you're starting to play a 50-50, and that's not what we want to do. We want to take out, we want to, you know, less gambling, more probability. So you start to ladder at your 618 level. Stop loss at the C, slightly below it, since according to Elliott waves, your E wave cannot retrace as much as a C wave. If it does, your entire account is invalidated, so you were completely wrong, you get stopped out, you were wrong, you lost. No hard feelings, you know? So what we do next is you take from the A wave to the B to the E, you target 100%. Again, a 4 to 1, 4.5 to 1, really depending on your entry. So let's say slightly better entry, stop loss exactly at the C, 5.5 to 1, okay? And this stuff can ride a lot more if it's a continuation pattern, okay? Your stop gets really tight, but I just give you the 1 to 1 from the A to the B to the E. That's are the rules from Elliott, okay? To predict the outcome of the break. So, even though you get stopped out, yeah, of course, if it's a bear flag or whatever, but then, yeah, if it's a exactly, but then you are invalidated because of this, okay? You know that you counted it completely wrong, and this is where practice of Elliott wave comes in and stuff, you know. But I guess this one, guys, this one, yeah. I wouldn't even long here, by the way. I wouldn't. I told I don't know if Becky is here. Oh yeah, Becky is here. But I showed her already before that how she should play pennants like this, and we I believe we found one here. I believe we found a small pennant here. And I told her. So her stop loss should, yeah, okay, there it is. So I believe we saw a pennant right here. Yeah, she didn't even listen to where I advised her to consider the take profit, huh? I told you to go for the 1 to 1, you idiot. We just hit the E in this triangle. No, I don't believe so, since this one retraced more. So if this, for example, if I'll give you right now, if you went long here, like for example, if we say A, B, C, D, E, then we already, or C would be here, and we already got stopped out. Becky, I told you, you go for the 1 to the B to the E, and you go for 1 to 1, okay? Boom, you see that the wick 1 to 1, 1 to 7 2. Yeah, that's a mistake a lot of people make. They don't know how to apply the rule sets. Yeah, but this shows you, like, this is something that Eric didn't told you guys. A lot of people don't tell you guys, and this is something you get from me. I know with Becky, I told you this one. I don't have the Cardano chart open anymore, but I told you guys in the Cardano chart how to do it. And I maybe wasn't specific about the A, B, but I think I showed you guys how to do it. I'm pretty sure I showed, but I didn't explain it like I did right now. Okay? So this is something I gave you guys for right now, and this is something, if you guys spot patterns like this, you know how to apply these ones. And the same works, by the way, for it works the best for this one, for the ending diagonals and the leading diagonals. But the contracting one is really powerful as well if you know how to play it, and you know if it's a continuation pattern or we already topped out. And I believe we already topped out here, but I'm not 100% certain about this. But that's why I would play this symmetrical triangle as a short. So yeah, this is a trick from me. So hopefully, if you guys spot triangles like this, that yeah, you guys get a little bit more profitable. So just so you guys know, this one, just keep it a little bit for yourself. I don't want everyone to know it. Not that this is a big group of people, but like, yeah, exactly. Every time you get stopped out, that's a reason for you to, yeah, you know, fuck, I was wrong, I counted this wrong, what did I do wrong? You go over it again and you start to see, oh yeah, okay, and so I played the triangle wrong, but now I know the pattern is the other way around. And even though you can still, even though you maybe counted the triangle completely wrong, it's still in development, which makes a lot of sense actually, because of the entire run up, and if this is a fourth wave, then it could be, you know, it could take 2 days more easily. So this could be easily still the A wave, the B, the C, the D, and the E, and for a continuation pattern, or it could be the bear flag. And then we just have the simple ABC strategy of A, this one would be the B, and then yeah, somewhere here would be the C, and that still applies the same rule set. But the thing is with the B's are tricky. B's are really scary because they can there'd be triangles in it. They could be really deep. They could make a new high. There's so many reasons. Yeah, Bitcoin is still weak. It's gonna be weak. It's never gonna be strong until new money comes in. That's reality. Just because it had this insane run up doesn't mean it's, you know, that we're out of the blue or out of the red, whatever you want to call it. But is this strategy I just gave you guys powerful or helpful, or does it make sense to you guys? Is there something you guys don't understand? Is there something you guys want me to show you guys again, or yeah? Maybe I transformed you guys into bears because of this. But like, if you guys got a question, for example, how would you play this? How would you play that? And by the way, I told Becky here, she went long here at, I believe, 8199, and I kind of showed her where the 1-to-1 was, and yeah, I probably am gonna record a video about just how to play all of these kind of triangles. But I'm just gonna probably make like a one solid video, not a cheat sheet, because you gotta like see how I do it. But technically, you already have one cheat sheet here, and you could screenshot this or whatever. But this is the one of those high probability plays you can actually over leverage. Well, yeah, the thing is like. This is for short and long. It really depends how you count it. Okay. So the tricky thing is with Elliott waves that a lot of you guys are not that good at counting yet, or just start to try it and don't know where you guys are. But if I would go long, I would really look at this range, okay? The 7.7 to 7.9k range. In my opinion, there's so much confluence with me counting it. I've measured it plenty of times, and if there's a high probability setup with a tight stop loss, it would be this range, okay? Especially with the 61865 here, and that's where I would take a chance to go long. But for me, that like I mentioned before, that the odds are that we're gonna see one fake out up and boom dump, and that just happened, you know. And I don't know why I get this intuition or whatever, but I just feel or see it when I look at the chart. I just look and see like how they are playing us, and I see these wicks here and the pressure, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's common sense that we're gonna run the stops here, because everyone who is short here moved their stop downwards because they're like, oh, we are in profit, and then they run the stops and boom, go down. Get the noobs out of the market and boom. You know, and that's something. This is not to bash you guys or bash Eric. Is don't always use the same stop loss as Eric does. Okay, make it your own. Make your entry. Make your stop your own. Don't just copy and paste. It's really yeah, it's really bad actually. You know, it's like, okay, for example, if it's an entry target, you know, and it should always be a range. You know, it should always be range. It can't just be one number. You know, same for your stop loss. Your stop loss should also be a small tight range. And well, then you have the problem if it's a low volume coin, if that you stop yourself and then you stop yourself again. Because, for example, I knew at Ethereum Classic I had a big position, and I had my stops laddered, and because your stop loss market executes on Bitfinex, for example, if you just use a common stop. And then I saw my stop loss stop the order book out, and then the order book was so thin that it stopped myself out again and again. So yeah, that happens at low volume coins. It probably doesn't happen to Bitcoin, but that's something that you gotta keep in mind, you know. Is that you could stop yourself out and push the price down, but that's only with big positions and low volume coins. So that's why you guys always want to make sure that if you're gonna trade frequently, you're gonna stick to high volume. You want liquidity, you want volume, you want more price change, you want momentum. That's really, really important. And yeah, those altcoins are fun, but if they're like 50 Bitcoin 24-hour volume, who are you joking, man? Who are you fooling? You're literally buying the greater fool's theory, because there is no volume, the lost price is there, the bots are probably keeping it there, and it has to happen this with Bitcoin, and boom, you're out. Okay? And it's not when it has more Bitcoin volume that suddenly it's gonna hold the price when Bitcoin drops. No, but it's more likely to get a harder sneeze when Bitcoin sneezes. Just so you know. So for Bitcoin still, this is gonna be my range. I don't know if this is a finished third wave or a finished fifth wave, but the reaction here will tell. Because once this is completed 5, you guys will know this will come down. Okay? This won't come down for a silly $1,000. There are a couple altcoins that aren't Bitcoin bitches, but at the moment everyone is, because especially when a lot of people float their money into Bitcoin. Right now, everyone here is stopped out, okay? So if this keep coming down, 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 well then this looks like the bounce zone. Did we already hit 8,000? I believe we hit 8,000 on Bitstamp. Wait, we didn't hit the 7875 yet, did we? Oh, that's Bitstamp, okay. I'll So right now they're... Holy shit, man. I don't think you want to try buying this yet until you see some kind of volume drying out and lower prices, because this the odds are that you're probably gonna see like maybe some divergence on the 5 minute, maybe, yeah. But technically we have bullish divergence on the 5 minute chart. I wouldn't go in, but that's me. You could always try. Maybe you get a better entry than me. Doubt it, actually. It looks like it's falling down, guys. And if this is a finished 5-wave structure, well, yeah, then I don't know. Yeah, 7875 makes sense. And we could try to measure this. Yeah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But I would look for this range, you know. You look here on the left. Damn, we're coming down, guys. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. Oops. I'll switch to the... So this lines up here. Yeah, I am short, by the way, so you guys know. But I already gave you guys some kind of hint. If we see one more pump up, (121). I actually like this one, the 1272, but I'm not really convinced about that one. So I like to use the fib tool, the retracement tool, double check. We see some bullish pressure, by the way, guys. So this you can try to short. You just try like with 0.1 Bitcoin. It's not really harm. These are just bots buying right now. He's saying, "Hey yo, using technology." Well, there is some bullish divergence on the 5-minute chart. I would rather wait for the first retracement of that one and then go in. But well, there is some bullish divergence, so not really what I would go for directly. I wanted to come down lower for myself, you know, to be like, okay, I want a better entry, and maybe I'm greedy and I don't get the best entry, but I've been doing this for a while, and it just makes so much more sense if we get somewhere here. For me, it would make so much sense if we at least we did right between the 15 and 3A2 from this retracement here. So we kind of made a fair retracement for the fourth wave. By the way, we made a fair retracement. For example, if this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, then we should have some fifth here, but and that's gonna be the play, by the way. If this is the fourth internally, which makes a lot more sense that it's gonna hit the 618 in my opinion, since there was some kind of third, fourth wave here, or yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there is some different ways to count this, but just have patience, guys. Let it come to you. Let it come to you. Let it really come to you. I'll put this one on pause because yeah, it's more annoying right now because I know it's where we are and I'm watching it myself. So don't rush in. Really don't rush in. But there is some bullish divergence. So this could be the low. I doubt it. I would definitely more. And the thing is, like, I'll show you guys why. Well, why you would take something like this is that it's so much safer to try this. You know, it's so much. I mean, what are you risking, really? What are you risking? You take this trade like 8 times in a row, and one time you have it correctly, boom! That's what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Master this shit, and you find these setups like this here, and you could technically have it in the middle because you would ladder this, of course, so you get an average price. Still, incredible risk to reward. No, this should be A, B, C, and 5 waves coming down in the C. There has to be 5 completed waves, in my opinion. And they should have some fib relationship, and it looks like we're just finishing. We're still in the third, okay? It looks like we're in the third and the fourth, fifth. So let's say. Wait me from the start. 1, 2. So let's say this is the second from the 2 to the third. Project the fourth. 618 here. So that will give you Hank's target of 7875, which is right between the 50 and the 618, by the way. So that is not really a weird target to have. So if you want to start ladder your buys, start to ladder below 7.9 down to 7.784. Have your stop loss at like 7.7 ranges. And you have an incredible risk to reward that you can try 3 times in a row. The more experienced trader would actually go try to long this, scalp first profit, balance out, stop itself out to break even. That's something what the experienced trader would do, already get in, get out, and wait for this one. You just scalp the bounces. That's what the better trader would do. But I would say, yeah, something like this. And this is, by the way, this is not the risk to reward setup you're gonna go for, but the first bounce rejection you're gonna get is here. So you have a really bad risk to reward, and right here you should actually see rejection here. But if it comes all the way down to here, should at least test some, at least test 618 or 382 from this move in case we are bearish. So we should say right between the 50 and the 618. So that gives you this the simple setup that's actually very likely to happen, is that we bounce at the 7.8, 7.9 ranges, target the 8.2 for the scalp. If you are bullish, then you would project actually somewhere right here at the 8.6k ranges, and it already shows you the risk to reward. So this red box, guys, that's and we almost ticked it, by the way, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. I guess we could wait for bullish divergence on the 1 hour as well. No. Just patience, boys. Patience. You guys got a question? You like an altcoin you guys want me to look at? Just let me know. Because this looks like right now it found a little bit of support and it's consolidating. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The five waves of the third wave looks like they kind of finished 5 waves of the third wave down. So I guess you get 5 more waves down, but small subdivision, by the way, small subdivision. And like I said, like if it's gonna be an ending diagonal, you know, 100% of the third wave could be your stop loss, you know. I think I got EOS open. Hey, EOS went down like like I've posted. Let me check if I can find the Slack post. I believe I told you guys like I wouldn't go long in it, and it's not about if I'm right or wrong. Let me check where it is. Give me a second, boys. And I didn't I was just outside today. It was really good weather, and I think I showed you guys yesterday, or I believe it was today or yesterday, but look, just you know, like, okay, I'll show you something from what Hank sent me. Give me a second. So this one was I provided, I believe today. Yeah, it was today. It was from Binance. And I said this was the target, and it was gonna come down to this. And look at this, right to the tick, and it's still completing. But you guys, you know, there you go. $8.15 would be my target. 1, 2. This looks like, I don't know what the fuck this shit is, but this clearly broke support, so I would not go long on this at all. At all, especially when you see stuff like this, man. This is this bear flag. So, and this doesn't have to retrace 100%, but okay, so this one hit the first algo. Makes quite some sense actually, like time-wise as well, is that this goes somewhere here. Yeah, I'm still targeting, my target didn't change at all, boys. Like, I noticed that if I stick to my targets that I made, for example, made a week before it happens and stuff like that, that's like those targets seem to be more true than the targets that made on the day. But so most of the time when the target comes closer, we can make it more precise because of counting the waves and measuring every relationship in between. But I would still say 7.780 to 7.9, something like that. But you make sure that you stop yourself out if you don't get a good entry and just wait for the next retracement. So you buy the trend instead of just trying to catch the bottom, because it is not easy. It is not easy. So you gotta stay to those stop losses, man. You gotta do it. Oh, this was where I stopped myself out, but seems to play pretty good so far. Okay, let me check. But so yeah, for EOS, first support range actually hit, as you guys can see. I believe Litecoin is the most bearish at the moment. Oh yeah, I'll open Litecoin for you. But the thing you should always do with coins like EOS, and this one is on the 10-minute chart, and I'll go to the 1 hour, make it a little bit more visible. So this was in case this was bullish, which I really doubt actually, because still bearish on EOS. However, it could go bullish, but you guys should always look here on the left, and this one-to-one target actually makes a lot of sense, but there's a lot of support here, guys. So yeah, I would say at 826 you want to start. Oh wait, this is 826. Oh, at like 818, 810, so 815, what I said before, like I said here, it's like somewhere at 8, yeah, same range as 815, 810 is where you should really start taking profit, because the odds of it coming more down at that moment is very unlikely, in my opinion. It's always my opinion, by the way. Don't trade on my opinion, guys. Don't do it. Even though, why is this shit? Keeps continuing doing the same shit. Oh, it looks like it's still coming down. They really like to give us a nasty, nasty daily close, guys. There's a lot of blood, by the way. Okay, so you asked Litecoin. I hope it's not this fourth wave, by the way. And this is gonna be nasty, by the way. If it's gonna be this fourth wave? Oh yeah, my bad. Where you sent it? Yeah, mate. This makes a lot of sense, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wouldn't say like 1, 2, 3. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it does make sense. Damn, it's a lot of percentage, by the way, man. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. I'll go to Litecoin first, and I'll... Oh, EOS, man. EOS. So predictable. I can take this one off, actually. Looks like... Yeah. I'm happy I didn't went long on EOS, man. I'm happy. Okay, I'll take the Binance chart away, or I can do this right. Okay, Litecoin against dollar on... Oh, this shorts, my bad. Let me get a drink quickly. Same shit pattern as Ethereum, by the way. Looks like it's on the support level, by the way, at the first glance. Okay. Yeah, Becky, just I showed you guys on this, right? This. I wish I could just like just like this and then just control and then just copy paste it, you know? Whatever. So stuff like this likes to happen in the end of a C wave or the end of a fifth wave or just a 5-wave structure. So yeah, C waves have the characteristics of a 5-wave or a third wave that could be really sharp and vicious, because at a certain point the trend has to reverse and has to change, right? And yeah, C waves are mostly vicious. But looking at how this structure already looks at the 5-minute chart, by the way, quickly, that's a big candle. This already looks like technically you could try to long this. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlap. Okay, give you guys the idea. 1, 618. Okay. Technically you could long this, but your stop loss should be somewhere here. But I rather enter at your stop loss. I'm gonna call this a bull flag directly. But if you're bullish on Bitcoin, why don't you start the ladder really small to bigger? Okay, I was going to Litecoin. Let's go to the daily first. Okay, well, this looks bad. I'm gonna say this looks very bad. Yeah. I'm really sorry, man, about Litecoin. Doesn't look like a lot of futures left in this stuff. It looks even worse than Ripple. It looks worse than Ripple. But okay. Well, clearly this support range just became resistance. It is big enough to let the market crash. You could think about the fact that if this is like gonna be like people see or read this like, oh, the ETF has been rejected significantly, then isn't then the entire bit crypto? Oh my god! Isn't then everyone just got bull trapped above 8K? Is that really the case? Did everyone just got bull trapped above 8K again, like last time? Who knows? Last time it was 10K. We were like, oh, bull run. But no offense, this is just for the ETF of the Winklevoss twins, and this is not for the other one. But yeah, if the Winklevoss twins, which are actually the only ones we care about, I believe, since they own a lot of Bitcoin. No, I don't. But the ETF was ingrained in the chart. But it's nice that we don't have to wait to the 10th of August, by the way. So that makes it a lot better. Okay, back to Litecoin, by the way. So yeah, it's very likely that all the ETFs. Yeah, why the fuck would another ETF get into the works when the Winklevoss twins have a shit ton of Bitcoin. ABC, right? Right, I'm seeing this correctly, right? ABC. Hank, you see the same? ABC. Like this is. Hank, do you see this, like ABC, like WXYXZ, triple combo? That's my first eye on it. Just this clear subdivision. Yeah, looks like it. I would say this would expand flat. No. So I guess we could start working from this low here. Okay. First thing you do is the recent swing high to the swing absolute swing low from here. 618, retest 618, run through it, run the stops. Trend line. Looks like it, you know, stop loss at the 100% could be the play. I think this is just a retracement of this structure here from this here. But let's see, you know. Every wave down needs to come back down. Litecoin. Yeah, I believe that's one. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. ABC. Yeah, look. I was always almost doubting myself. Jesus Christ. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, triangle, clear giveaway. So it gives you guys an idea how you can really spot something quickly. See the triangle, get an idea where you are. This is the typical beer flag. See? Becky, what if this this was the C wave from my bear count? What if it was? What if this shit from Bitcoin? This was my C wave, my finished 5, my 4th wave, and we're gonna see the 5th wave coming here. What if this is the case? And this is just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it's starting right now down. Which kinda, on this time frame, on the 6 hour, kinda starts to look like it. And then it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not saying it is, but You know, bull or bear, you gotta be honest. But that's what is the tell gonna be here at this range here, and we already shattered the first one. Already hit this 50 here on 7870 on. Oh, we already hit 7870 on Coinbase, by the way. So wait a second. This could be a leading indicator, by the way. So if algos are programmed to hold the 7870 bottom on Coinbase ABC, and we didn't saw that one yet on Binance or Bitfinex, could mean we could still see it happening, and it's very likely to get hold and smack down, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gives you guys an idea, and that would be an A wave, B to the C. And this could be the first ABC, but this looks like scary times, boys. Scary times. Okay, back to Litecoin. So this looks like a finished ABC structure with an A, could be a zigzag, A, B, C, third wave, flat correction. So that would mean we'd actually be working at least from this one, and boom, 382 to the tick. Oh man. Hank, we don't know about fourth waves being this aggressive because we've never seen. Who of you guys were here in 2014 and we're actually using Elliott waves? A fourth wave with the ending C. This could be an ending C diagonal for the fourth wave, by the way. Don't get me wrong. This could be the C wave with 5 waves with a vicious C wave, which is very common on the higher cycle. If you looked at Amazon or Facebook. Facebook, for example, today. I don't know if you guys saw Facebook, but I guess it's just as important to. Oh my God! Look at ETP goes up when Bitcoin goes down. So we know what we could have done. I'll show you guys. None of you guys saw Facebook today. Is I don't know if you guys saw Facebook today, but holy shit, man. If you guys want to go long on Facebook, I'll show you, give you a reason, guys, why. Holy shit, man. And they talk about crypto being volatile when Facebook drops 20% in one day. Huh? And they talk about, you know, that's yeah, but guys, I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know if you guys are in. I'm gonna show you guys something nice. Why you guys could go long on Facebook right now. Look at this, boys. Oh yeah, gonna give me that spicy golden puck to the tick. Yeah, they had bad earnings, and then they had this massive sell-off, and then they held at the 618 to 65. So yeah, why wouldn't you take that trade? I would take it. If you're a trader, you would take this. I don't know, it held at the 618. I would take it. Volume expanded here. Volume is gonna dry out. It's gonna retrace at least. Are you long? But guys, did you guys, did you actually know? This drop we had here for Facebook. This drop here for Facebook is more than the entire market cap from Bitcoin. What we retraced here on Facebook is more than the entire market cap of Bitcoin. This drop. Just this drop. So you guys know. So, and yeah, this is just when the market opens and closes, of course. So, didn't even it started at the opening sell at $180. So people bought that because it was right between the 50 and the 618. So let's go to the. I guess we could do this one in log, right? I don't use log, but holy shit, man. Is this a 5th wave or is this 5 wave finished? Guys, you tell me. Is BNB going up? Well, BNB is the hedge for people on Binance, right? I get it, guys, just for Facebook. Looks like some diagonal play here. So yeah, if you guys want to buy Facebook and you're long term on it, I guess a better entry than the 618 you never get, you know. Just saying. For example, if I don't know what your outcome is on yeah, on Facebook, but example, I changed this one actually, but yeah, you know, it could technically be this, but yeah, for example, so if you say that if you violate this low, then you know this is wrong, so it's gonna be heavy risk reward, but you could like leverage this. I don't know, this looked very very possible for Facebook actually. Of course not overnight, but yeah. And this other chart of Facebook gives you guys an idea, man. Gives you guys an idea. Also, actually, this was giving it away. This volume increase here, volume decrease here, price going up. Boom. So they already knew this was gonna happen, boys. They already knew that this was gonna happen. Insiders were already selling. Okay. And one. Okay. So I was going back to Litecoin. So we take this swing low because it's a 5-wave structure. Since we don't know if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 consolidating, hitting to the 382, which makes sense, by the way. So this will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere here. Oh my God, that would be. I would say $60, but I wouldn't go long on Litecoin at all. By the way, I would look back at it when it violates this here. Maybe you could accumulate, but if you want to go long on, damn, Jesus Christ, this looks so bad for Litecoin. Why didn't I short this coin? Why didn't I short it? This was such a short. It was a diagonal here. This looks like, yeah. Maybe they all knew that this was a bear flag after all. But there is this pennant formation. So yeah, using my triangle strategy, you could technically, if you want a long, by the way, if you want a long, I wouldn't do it. But if you want a long here, for example, then this should be your stop loss. And then we measure our ABC. Yeah, all altcoins look to have the same bottom. They look like they all have bottomed out, and that kind of upsets me as well. That everyone, you know. This makes sense, kind of. it's worth the risk to reward in my opinion. I just think it's very likely to get stopped out because looking at the swing low. But this, it could be below this one because this could be A, B, C, D, E, could be. Yeah, you know, if you start to learn how to trade properly, at a certain moment you're gonna understand that it doesn't really matter where you end. You don't have to catch the bottom or the top, you know? You don't have to. You just gotta know which trend you're in. And we're gonna get some answers with Bitcoin, that's for sure. Okay, so yeah, if you want to go long, you will have a, yeah, I would say you have a pretty big stop loss. And I don't like that. I don't like stop loss, but the risk to reward is okay. It's 3 to 1. But yeah, is this target real? Like, isn't this gonna be a target like this, for example? Because that makes more sense to me. But let's say we play this as a Z pattern, as my as how would I view it myself, I would actually see this one contracting more. And yeah, I eyeball this, but I don't do this just out of the blue, so you guys know. I use my own ratios in my head, which have been, you know, they were quite accurate from my experience. Get something like this higher than this, between this, and then your stop should be here. So it really looks exactly. Make sure to stop yourself out if we come lower. Yeah, this gives you an idea. I wouldn't take it. This one, yeah, I would try to, but it's very, very risky. But the thing is, you could take this trade with this trend line support. That's how you could take it, okay? That's how you could take it. But you still have this swing low, which is gonna be in play as a possible. Okay. But just, you know, like sometimes, yeah, I can give you targets like this, you know, yeah, you know, oh, incredible risk to reward, but it's not realistic. Yeah, if you have been counting waves for a while, then you can just eyeball fib targets, you know. Like I can see that this is almost 618, this is gonna be almost 618, this one as well. And this ratio makes a lot of sense, just how this has been forming, that I wouldn't be surprised that if Litecoin comes up, we see this. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this. And actually then, we see this one coming down like this. And this one. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this. Okay, that's to me very likely. I wouldn't go long on Litecoin at all. I would just stay away from it. I believe Litecoin is dead, honestly, just like ICX. That there is no development. Charlie Lee just exit scammed in December, and everyone who's buying is buying a greater fool's theory. That's what I believe. But yeah, that's just my opinion, you know. Okay, somebody asked Cardano. Cardano is, I believe, is okay, but I don't really like it. But yeah, this one looks better, you know. This looks like some kind of continuation pattern. But the question is, it already violated this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could get a convincing Elliott wave. I'm not gonna lie, this looks convincing to me. It looks better than most charts, but so let's measure from the 2, 4, Is this gonna be the 618 like this? Does hit my 587 or 578? Yeah. Once you have your altcoin that you're in sync with, you're making like leveraged. It's kind of like leveraging Bitcoin, playing XLM for example right now, or EOS or Ethereum Classic. Those are those coins that, or IOTA for example, since they have USD pairings and they have working products. Those are, look, if you are trading some kind of coin that has no platform, like who are you trying to, you know, just look yourself in the mirror. Who are you trying to fool, man? Like, why are you trading some ERC20 token that doesn't really have any real use case? Just trade a protocol or platform, how you want to call it, and those USD pairings, you know, like if they are bullish versus Bitcoin, then you just start to like chart them. Yeah, exactly. Like Hank says, you need to know them and the charts will start to speak to you. But the more often you start to trade the same kind of coin, you stick to those strong coins with, yeah, decent market cap. For example, Stellar or Lumen or XLM, how you want to call it, has a really good market cap. And this should end at like 20 cents. The reason is this here. Stellar, for example, if you start to chart it more often, and at a certain point you're so in sync with it that you can almost predict every move. You don't have to have every move right. Okay. Eric right now is live, so I'll cut the stream for now, and when Eric is done, I'll open it up again. Okay, so I'll send you guys to Eric so you guys can view Eric first. Okay, that's better for now. And the people who are with me can have a sneak peek from Eric, because you guys got my approval. Okay, you guys okay with that? So I'll give you guys the link. And then if Eric is done, you guys can come back to me, okay? So I'll put it off right now and I'll switch to Eric, okay? Cheers. See you guys in, I don't know how many minutes or hours. I think Eric is gonna be quick. So take care, be cautious.